What up? What up? The tri-state boys are back. Philly, Jersey, New York. Yes. I'm your host, The Great Expanse by John Bat 426 on YouTube. I am the Philadelphia representative. And from the Garden State,
What's up, y'all? Ultimate Speedster here. We Invincible season.
there we go. That
Time of year.
hashtag Invincible season.
Right.
And for Queens, get the money.
Yep, it was good. Yeah, I was Jada God.
Yes, sir. Looking at the next young guru. No, I'm playing. But yeah, we're here to talk about Invincible. That's a engineer for all you people that are confused about who Young Guru is. But anyway, anyway, we're talking about yes, did it Invincibles season 4, and thus far it has gotten off to a terrific start. I honestly believe it's probably the second best season so far, and we've only gotten 5 episodes. What you guys think about the start to the season?
Are you good, Jay?
yeah. This start has been great. It's been off to the races. This is definitely a top tier season out of the out of all four so far. I just hope it has a great ending. If this season has a gret ending, this could arguably be the best season.
That's a great point.
Uh,
Speed.
Yeah, I agree with Jay. Very strong start. I think it does have the potential to rival season one because season one was spectacular with the whole dynamic of trying to figure out why the dad's doing what he do and building the universe up. And since it's kind of established for season four, we're still discovering some new things about the universe and also just the relationships have grown over time. So, all those added factors going on top of the season, and it's been really, really good. It seemed like one of the most pivotal moments in the storyline. It seems, but I'm excited to see where the season goes.
Yeah, and one thing that Invincible has been consistent with, whether you like season 2 or not, or people think it's mid or whatever, it always crescendos at the end. I've never seen a single Invincible season die off when the finale comes around. Usually the finale is like a big bang. You know what I mean? Like it always ties the bow on the season accurately, and it's high quality. And it's usually a fight too.
Yeah, I agree. Like in season three, people was talking about that conquest fight at the end of season three for like the whole year after, which it was good timing because then the new season came out. So knock on wood, but these seasons have been the finale of each season has been really, really strong. So I can't wait to see how this finale is going to go.
Right. And
Um,
and you know
absolutely.
what? People talking about the conquest fight, but the Invincible War leading up to it. I mean, I didn't know where they were going to go after he cleaned up New York City. Then when the conquest came out, I said, "Who this?" It then just went to another level. Like I
Yeah.
honestly thought we were going to get like a cool down episode to end it. I did. Okay. All right. So as you can tell from the ticker, we are doing episodes 4 and 5. All right, we're going to combine both of them. So let's start off with episode 4. We see Mark Grayson is sitting at Art's tailor shop, or whatever you want to call it. The Edna mode of the of the Invincible Universe. Edna mode is from the Incredible. But
yeah.
he dresses all of the good guys. He dresses all of the heroes. A phrase that will come in pivotal, which will be a pivotal phrase in when we do the episode 5 review. All right, and y'all know where I'm going with that one. But we see that he's holding his suit. He's sitting there in civilian clothes, and he's having a lot of doubts about even continuing on being invincible. You want to go from there, Jay? Oh wait a minute, he just muted. Okay, okay, all right, go
Wait,
ahead.
wait. Wait. For the season. I mean, episode 4.
Yeah, remember he was sitting in Art's shop. He's holding his uniform in his hands, and
Oh yeah. He pretty much he showed him his original suit, and he said you could take this at any point that you pretty much feel like you are who you are, which is being a hero. Um, so it was pretty much like him dealing with his existential crisis that he's going through right now.
a great
So
word.
yeah, so he was like, you could take this suit when you need it. I'm gonna just leave it here. Just take it when you need it.
Right. So, I mean, the crisis that Mark was in was that he just turned the astronaut's head into mozzarella sauce. So, and it's like a still picture. You see, you see Mark's fist, you see the astronaut's body, and you see a big cloud of blood where his head used to be. And that's literally what it looked like. Speed, you want to elaborate?
Yeah, so Mark's going through a real tough issue of knowing when to show like no remorse and when to show remorse, and he's been in a dark place ever since the conquest fight, because he thought Eve died in that moment. The whole city got destroyed from the Invincible War, so people still looking at him sideways. It's all those factors, and you know he was about to kill the person in the first episode of season 4, the dinosaur dude or whatever, and he
Yeah.
would have went through with that. He was going to kill the guy if the team didn't show up. He was about to do it, and then at the end of the episode, he kills Russ. Right, that's the astronaut
Yep.
name.
Russ Livingston. Yep.
Yeah, Russ, and then just kind of spirals from that point on because he was I wouldn't say he was about to kill, but he was really determined to take Titan out of here. Like I think he
Yes.
would have pushed himself to that point of just seeing red and just probably kill Titan because he wasn't holding back. And the one thing that did stop was his little brother, and him seeing the expression that his little brother saw while looking at him really made him think about the actions that he's doing, right? Which kind of led up to him being in the shop here, you know what I mean, and him not wanting to feel like he's not worthy to be invincible and giving up the suit.
Yeah, I really like the way that was executed. I mean, because he feels obviously remorse. You know what I mean? He's contrite about taking a man's life, even though had he not been stopped, this man would have taken over the world with these sequins. So it's almost like you got to judge for yourself where you draw the line. It's like should he have waited the extra what 1/10 of a second before Bulletproof got to him with the disruptor, or do you just end the problem? Because that was a recurring theme in episode. What was it episode 2? No, no, not episode 2. That was a recurring theme in episode 3.
Yeah,
It's like because we already talked about how Rex had to spit out the sequid that he accidentally swallowed or whatever, and it's like if you don't stop something now, it'll only come back later on, which is basically the theme for every Batman episode there is. It's like Batman, would you kill this man or just
Right.
let him die? Like, come on, man.
Batman, Spider-Man, majority of heroes go through this crisis of sparing people.
Right. That's why they're not. I mean, this might sound blasphemous, but they're not really heroes because if I leave an enemy to come back and to kill another 1,000 people, I'm not really heroic. I'm just playing a role. And that was one of my issues, Speed, with the end of Transformers One. Remember when we were watching it together?
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
was like,
And
wait, I was like, Optimus, why'd you just let all these dudes leave? And we know that their war lasts for millions of years. So I'm like, what are you doing, Optimus?
yeah, I
So
get that.
there definitely has to be a finality, in my opinion. So that's basically the existential crisis that Jada got referred to. It's like, all right, because he's a very moral young man. Mark does not want to be like his father. He does not want to be this absolutist Viltrumite that just kills, or maybe not a matter of him just killing, but he just don't want to see human life as worthless, even though he has the power to snuff it out whenever he wants to. So yeah, so I love the way this episode started because it revolves around Mark. It revolves around the hero. The hero's morality is on the line, and that's what we're judging.
Yeah, I totally agree. And like I said, it's a fantastic start. And we've been, and it's a discussion that needs to be had. And I'm glad the discussion is with art, the people that makes the costume, because your costume represents the hero, right? They kind of go hand in hand,
Mhm.
right? Like who they are. And so them dark colors kind of highlights the mind state that he was in. It's just the blue and the black, it was very dark toned compared to his original suit, being the bright yellow and blue,
Yeah,
which I
I
totally
I don't remember what season it was he debuted it, but I was like, I don't like this suit as much. Like I was just like, I like the yellow. The yellow is like it's hopeful. You know what I mean? It's like optimistic. Jay, what do you think about the suits?
I never liked the blue black with the like blackish eyes. I never it kind of it was very off putting.
Off putting. That's funny.
I'm the
Yeah,
odd one out because I enjoy that black. I ain't gonna lie, I love the black and blue.
if the suit was like black and blue with like white eyes, I probably would have liked it more. But it had like the black eyes. It made it look like he was like a bug almost like.
Maybe it would be different if he started with the blue and black suit and then graduated to the yellow suit. But you can't start at great, then downgrade. You know what I mean? Then go, oh, that's a great suit. No, it's not a great suit because it's not as good as his original suit. But
Yeah.
we see that, I think Art had the original one folded up for him, like Jada God said, whenever you need this is ready for you. And he said that's the one difference that does not make you Omni Man. He says that you actually care. He said you actually second guess yourself, where Omni Man would just do whatever apparently and just be like, all right, that's life. That's how the cookie crumbles. It is. It's like Omni Man destroying your town and going, it is what it is, and flying off. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because even though he was the one to do it, but I'll bring this reference in from season one. Literally after they came in from the funeral, he was like, "I'm thinking about getting pizza for dinner." And Debbie and Marcus like, "What are you talking about? You just came from a funeral where your friend's funeral. They just died." And he was like, "Co-workers." Like it was
Yeah.
like he don't care about life to any standard, or at least in that moment. So yeah,
Yeah.
this they definitely show a difference between the two characters.
Yeah. He's definitely a full Viltrumite. So I think the talk with Art really it encouraged Mark to an extent because Mark gets called away. Then the scenery shifts to my least favorite what do I want to call it? Sequence of Invincible, probably the entire series. But the series literally goes to hell. And we see Damien Darkblood, who looks like he'd been eating a whole lot because he had a serious gut in this one. He's walking around with this small little Yoda like looking creature who turns out to be none other than Satan. Yes, you heard me correctly. Satan makes a cameo. It's just so ridiculous to say. Damien Darkblood works for Satan, and he told Satan. I can't believe I'm saying his name, but he told him in the end of the previous season, there's somebody on the surface that can help you be restored to what he called the infernal throne. So I think this is a little cheap, fellas, because this is sort of a retcon. Because in the very first season, when Damien Darkblood was the detective, he said he didn't want to go back there under any circumstance. He said that when Cecil was about to exercise him, he's like, "I destroyed that book 100 years ago." You know what I mean? It's like no way you can send me back there. So the aspect of it was I don't want to go there. It's a terrible place. But now all of a sudden in season 4 is a whole different story.
Yeah, it was this episode definitely took a weird turn. It's not one of my favorite episodes either in the sense of that sequence. It was just weird. And apparently this is supposed to be new material that Robert Kirkman wanted to add it. It is not needed. So Robert, please. Let's just stick. Hey, so far you see your book material has been going really well, it seems. So let's just stick to the book. All the extra stuff you would add, let's just keep it out. You know what I mean? At
Yeah.
least don't make it like too strong to the original plot. Cause that's the least a good part, John Babbitt. At least this particular storyline doesn't seem like it sticks to the main plot hard. It just side stuff, which I'm glad about low key. You know.
So Jay, how did you feel about the ninth circle of Dante's
Yeah.
Inferno?
Nah, I was actually enjoying the opening. It felt like it was like straight out like Mortal Kombat or something. I don't know if Robert Kirkman was catching up on Mortal Kombat before he made this episode. It was like fatalities. It was just action. I was enjoying that, and then toward the end it started getting goofy. It was good up until Satan got the crown, and then that's when that's when it took a left turn, so to say.
And to be fair, like there, it's not bad quality. I just don't like this choice. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
it's a very well done episode. I love the antagonist design. I think her name was no, not Universa. What the freak was her name?
Volcanica or something.
yeah,
Volcanica.
yeah,
There we go. Volcanica
Yeah.
or
yeah,
whatever. Like her design looked really cool. Is like to cover up her woman parts is like a rock. Because magma becomes rock. So she's
yeah.
like Ghost Rider too. She was powerful. Like The action was cool. It just I don't like philosophically. I don't like this decision. I don't like it at all. And
Yeah,
the fact that when I'm gonna sum this up because I want this to be short, please. But Damien Darkblood does this sort of ritual to bring Omni Man to hell. Okay, but now as you and I know from the viewers, Omni Man ain't on the planet. So rather than getting Omni Man, he gets the next best thing to Omni Man, and that is Mark Grayson. Mark Grayson goes to hell. All right. And Omni Man actually used a sample of Omni Man's blood. Did I say that right? I feel like I said Omni Man
yeah,
too many times. I said it right.
I
Okay.
think he's out man. Like
Okay, my bad. So he gets the next best thing because Damien Darkblood uses a sample of blood that he got from the original slaughter of the Guardians of the Globe. He used Omni Man's blood from that to make the incantation take place. But since Mark is of Omni Man's blood, in case you don't know how biology works, he has Omni Man's blood. That's why Mark is transported there instead of Omni Man. So now, as soon as Damien Darkblood said, "Hey, this is Satan," Mark was like, "All right," and he's about to take his head off. I was like, "Go, Mark,
yeah,
go!" So to sum up, the only thing that was quality about this, besides the action and the music, was fantastic, is that Mark Grayson is having an existential crisis, and he is literally now in the pits of hell. So it's almost like is reflective of how he's feeling as a person. What you think about that, Speed?
So I agree with you. It just man, the episode just went it went left. I think Mark was honestly just the best parts of this episode. At one point, Damien bowed to him, and then Mark was like, "I'm not bowing to Satan."
yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, and I appreciate that, Mark. Stand on business. It's like it was like, why are we going down this route? And I'm glad that Mark is just like you said, John Bad. Like he said, I say it, okay, and he just flew right towards him, about to kill him immediately. It's like Logan, get the job done. You know what I mean? Like don't stop. Just
Yeah.
do what you gotta do. One more kill. But yeah,
How you
most of this episode.
how you
Sorry,
feel
God.
about it, Jay? My bad, Speed. You had more?
I don't know. I was gonna say, yeah, I didn't think Mark was the best part of this episode. Other than that, is everything else kind of do it out.
All right, Jay, what's up? How you feel about this?
Uh, uh, um, for the whole episode.
I mean, just
Uh,
the hell sequence.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. It was good up until he got the crown. Literally, that's when it kind of got goofy. He had like a transformation like a Frieza. I don't mean to spoil you, John. 'Cause I know you haven't watched Dragon Ball, but he had like a transformation uh sequence, and then he had like a goofy ass smile, and then it was just like he was like a joke. He was like a punk rocker type of. I don't mean to make a Superman reference, but he was just like a gothic punk rocker jokester type character. It was like I don't see the direction here.
Yeah. So basically, to sum up again, because we're going to get to the next episode. Mark helps Damien Darkblood put Satan at the forefront of hell once again. Volcanica just retreats because I don't think you can really kill her. And then Mark is returned. No, I think Mark's flew back. I don't think he got summoned back, but I think he just flew back to Earth or whatever. All right. So from that point on, like, is another intriguing sequence with Mark. It's like the suit actually means something this time when he puts it on. Like, and he's just like flying through the city. And honestly, I really think that that's how superhero shows, comic books, anime should be. That you feel this emotional connection with a hero just by them doing like basic hero stuff. He's just flying through the city, and you can almost feel like the release that he has. It's almost like the burden is like removed from him. What you guys think about that scene?
Yeah, that was it was really good. It reminded me of like a Spider-Man moment or like a Superman moment where he's just, flying through the city and it's just bright and hopeful, like the end movie montage that they do before the
Yeah,
credits roll. It was a really nice sequence. The song choice was incredible. And I'm happy that he had to smile in I think 3 seasons. So him smiling or flying was really, really good. And I was happy for him. And you can just sense a different Mark ever since he put that suit on. You could tell like he's different, especially like after that with the conversation with his mom and stuff.
All right, what's your grade for this episode, Speed?
I give it a solid B. It was the Mark stuff that carried it for the most part. Even though I didn't care about like the hell stuff, it was Mark and him contemplating what he wants to do, and the art conversation, and him getting the suit back, and the mental game that he was going through. I really enjoyed, so I give it a B.
All right, Jay, where we at?
Yeah, yeah, I would say B2. Some of the dialogue and the like choices from Robert Kirkman, I guess, kind of brought this down. Cause if it stayed serious, like that opening sequence, if it stayed like that, like if the whole episode was like that, with with some better dialogue, it would have been an A. But I would say B.
Okay, because I really think this is a very strong episode. Again, I just philosophically don't agree, but as far as like
Yeah,
the quality of the episode, I got to give it a high grade. I think this is probably an A minus,
yeah, yeah,
and I
yeah.
think
Like the best moments was like the conversation between him and Damien, um, and then him and Art. That's like
yes,
the two best conversations. Anything like the other characters, like him him talking to Satan or Volcanica. Like even when he fought Volcanica, he just punched their head off.
yeah,
Like it wasn't even a challenge. It was just
yeah.
kind of funny.
But
So it was
yeah, those moments like this whole episode revolved around Mark, and I think
yeah
that's why I give it such a high grade. Like even we're in hell again. It's reflective. You know what I mean? So I mean, the story is trash. You know, this is the fifth phase of like, shut up. You're not Kevin Feige. Get out of here. And the way it ended, you know, like him flying, being free, him going like straight up vertically is like a shot of him like flying straight up. I just felt so emotional about it. Like I was just like, yay, Mark, you that dude. Like just watching him do that, and of course the conversation with Art. So I really love that this focuses on the character of who Mark Grayson is. So I got to get that joint an A minus. But episode 4 in the books. All right, so let's
yeah
get to episode 5. Jada guy, you want to start this one off?
yeah. So this episode starts with it's a continuation because at the end of episode 4, I don't mean to go back to it, but
Yo, yes, you do. No, I'm playing.
it left off with Omni Man's return. That was like the what's the word I'm looking for?
The conclusion
Yeah,
finale.
yeah, 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 yeah. That
Man, how do we forget to mention
yeah,
that? Jeez.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, so the conclusion of episode 4, Eve. I didn't mean to go back to this, but Eve was gonna tell Mark that she was pregnant, but she didn't because he was interrupted by Omni Man and Alan coming back down to Earth. He was
Right.
like, "Oh shit, my
Just hovering,
yeah,
just hovering over the
yeah,
house.
just hovering, trying to R farm above the
Yeah.
house." Yeah, and then okay, so episode 5, it picks off from that. Um, uh, only thing we see it was, I believe it cut straight to Mark and Omni Man talking,
Well, we see
and then
them talking in the distance,
yeah,
but
yeah,
we're included in on what Alan is saying to Eve.
yeah. So Alan was filling in Eve on like all the details of what happened from like their POV. Um, and then it cut to Mark and Omni-Man's conversation,
Hmm.
and Omni-Man was trying to apologize to him, and he was asking how should he go about apologizing to Debbie. Um, and then he said something to the effect of, I don't know if you can apologize for the stuff you did.
Right. He said, "Who you?
Yeah,
Who's the apology for? You or
yeah,
her?"
yeah. And then I forgot exactly what happened next. I don't think I don't think it cut straight to him going to apologize. It was something else in between.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think Mark and Omni Man they went down to where Alan and Eve were talking, and that's when Omni Man said, Did he say I need you to do something for me, or he said I need to do something,
Oh
or
yeah,
whatever?
yeah. He was like, I have to do something first.
Yeah. So speed. You want to take it from there?
Yeah. Great. Hey, by the way, I've been waiting a full week ever since it ended with them hovering over the house. I've been anticipating for a full week to get this episode, bro. Because I was just waiting. I was starving. You feel me? Because it's still that good. But we finally got it right, and like the homie said, they talked and all that. Then it got to the point to where they're inside the house, where Omni Man talked to Debbie, right? Because they said Mark, like, I can't leave right away, right? Like, give me at least till tomorrow morning. Got to wrap some stuff up. They're like, okay, so they got to kill some time, right? Omni Man goes to that doorbell, and man, the tension is thick. He cut it with a knife, right? He hasn't seen this woman since the end of season one,
Right.
right? So like everybody just, I get, hey, bro, watching this episode, you just sitting there feeling bad for Omni Man, just waiting to see what's gonna happen. He walks away from the door because he didn't have the heart to do it.
Yeah.
She opens the door though and just walks away, leaving the door open. He walks in. He gives, I think, one of the best dialogue pieces from Omni Man.
Yeah.
Man, this episode dialogue was just powerful because he was telling how he apologized for everything with Mark.
Right. And I think he
Deb.
started off with Mark says I'm incredibly selfish for this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he apologized even for the Chicago incident. Like, he really took time to reflect on everything that he's done, and you could tell like he formed that apology very well. And then, Jay, what happened with Debbie, man? With Debbie's part?
Man, this is probably one of the most impactful dialogue pieces of the series. She basically told him, I can never forgive you. Uh,
I remember her opening line, Jay. She's like, "Oh, you're still here?"
oh yeah, yeah. And then she was pretty much grilling him. Started punching him. Like I don't believe that you came back after everything you've done. I can never forgive you. I don't think you're even truly sorry for the stuff you did.
Right.
And
Right.
and then and then she made a reference to the line he said in season one. She was like, "Am I still your pet?"
Oh shoot. You know what's so great about this scene, Jada and Speed? All of the menace is on Debbie. You almost feel
Yeah,
sorry for Omni Man here. Here,
yeah,
here he is, the most
Yes.
powerful being on earth for the last 20 something. You feel sorry. You want to crawl up in a ball, and you want Omni Man to be in that ball with you, because Debbie, she starts talking to Omni Man. She starts slowly moving towards him. I'm like, "Eeh." Like she just had so much aura in that moment because she had all the power because he was going there to apologize to her. And he's
yeah,
like, she's like, why'd you even come here, Nolan? He's like, I missed you. She said, I missed you too. She said, but she says, you killed the man I loved. And that just cut him right to his core. You killed the man. It's almost like Padme and Anakin, you know what I mean, on Mustafar or whatever. It's like you're not even him anymore. You know what I'm saying? So like you
yeah,
you just feel you wish that you could have held out a cape that Omni Man could duck behind. So that he wouldn't catch all these like well, they weren't strays. I'm sorry, they weren't strays, and he deserves everything she's saying, and he has to stand there and take it. She's
yeah,
like, she said, so you thought you could just come in here and just apologize and everything would be good? You said you still think you can do anything with your superpowers, don't you? And she says, I think she said it only makes me hate you more, or something in particular. One line she said,
yeah,
Yeah, because he had the affair. He left and had a whole nother kid.
yeah, two
He
months
said she
later.
meant nothing to me, and Dressa meant nothing. He was like, that doesn't make me hate you more.
Exactly. That's like these dudes today. Like, man, I was just effing them girls. It's like a line from a Jay Z
yeah.
song. I was just effing those girls. I was gonna get right
Right.
back.
Oh, it was one key line that he said though. He said that I've been alive for 1,000 years, but in 20 years you made me feel human.
Yeah,
That line, bro, that was the most impactful line. That line actually made me tear up a little. My eyes got a little misty during that part, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you.
but it's
Got
it's
a
just so
thousand years.
well written. Like, and when she says like, I think your final line when she said "get out" or something. What did she say? Because then Omni Man just blew out the door. Like, then she started sobbing. because yes, Omni Man did all these things. Yes, he's no longer the man that she loved, but she still loves this dude. She still loves
Hmm.
him.
Yeah, because she said she felt like she failed,
Yeah,
like because he still did what he was supposed to do anyways, which was try to take over Earth. Man, that scene was just too A plus scene, by the way, because
Okay, I gotta one up you. That is a S tier scene in this
you're
series.
right. You're right.
That's it,
You-
man. I remember Jada God when we were looking at the trailer when they showed that scene of him just like turn his head and she's just standing there in the doorway and just see her silhouette. I'm like, yo, like it's not like that's Grand Regent Thrag or Thaddeus or the Scourge virus. This is Debbie. He's afraid of. All right,
the
so
woman that's been holding it together for 3 seasons.
yes, so okay, I would love to stay on that scene, but we'll be here for another 2 hours if I do that. So then, of course, Oliver says they explained everything to Oliver because he was like, "What are you guys doing here, sitting in the dark or whatever?" So they explained to him about the war that's going to take place around Thalescria. I think that's how you pronounce it. The coalition of planets home base. Mark says he's going. Oliver insists. He says, "I'm going." They're both like, "No, you're not." And he's like, "Yeah, I'm going." Yeah, I mean, he said he had a great line too. He said, "I couldn't do anything for my other mom." He says, "So I'm going to fight to protect this one." That was a great line.
Yes, yeah, and that was greatly delivered, and it highlights the kind of maturity in a sense a bit for Oliver since he is grown at a rapid rate. He's analyzing everything 20 times fast as well, right? So it really shows the growth of his character, and I'm glad to see like the progression that he's going at such a fast pace.
Right. And Jay, this is just all collateral of Omni Man.
yeah,
Debbie, Andressa, Oliver, this is just all his collateral, Jay.
yeah. This episode was a realization of all his mistakes that he's made across these 4 seasons.
Yeah, and the writing of this episode is just spectacular. So then, of course, Debbie says, "All right, well, we got to do one last thing or whatever." So they have a family dinner. They invite Paul over and Eve. There's no dialogue. You just see them eating food. You feel this like this could be the end of this family dynamic because if Mark and Oliver die, it's only going to be three chairs. Okay, so it's done in spectacular fashion. We cut to Omni Man and Alan aboard the Venture, which is named a ship or whatever that the Blue Girl, who I'm going to go into later. Uh, you see, he's like impatient. He's like, "Where is he?" And Alan's like, "All right, chill, man." So then he said, "Oh, two life forms are coming in." Omni Man's like, "Two?" So Mark and Oliver arrive. When Omni Man walks through the door, what's his response? What's the first thing he says to Oliver?
Take him back.
He
Why
needs to
here?
go. He
Put him
needs
back.
to go.
The issue with that though is because also remember when they had that conversation inside the house, Debbie, Mark, and Oliver, they mentioned Omni Man came through, Nolan's here, and he said, "Daddy even come say hi to me."
And he
So
felt
that was
so
also,
innocent. That was such an innocent line too.
yeah, like he left already. He didn't even say hi to me, and so that adds to the friction, like onto the venture.
All right, Jay, how you feel about that?
Um, yeah, it was a funny line though. Like, that's the first words he said to him.
And
Um,
remember, this is Oliver's first time meeting his
yeah,
father.
yeah. Being told to go, he's showing him away. Um, but yeah, he told him uh that he basically wants to fight. He's trying to protect Earth too. Uh, and then uh, Mark Mark told Omni Man it was something to the effect of he wears the O on his suit. It's not for Oliver.
Right.
It's for you. So he still looks up to you, even though you haven't basically been there for him.
Right. And,
Uh,
and Omni Man had a great line too, Jay, because he's like, he said, no, he said, I wanted to keep him away from me.
yeah,
You know what I mean? And then of course Mark being mature, like Mark grew up so much. He said, "Are you saying that for you or are you saying that for him?" So like Mark is really like the voice of reason. Mark is really the level-headed one here of this family dynamic right now. I mean, because even Debbie loses it. She starts punching, Omni Man in his chest when they're talking. She like sprains her wrist or breaks it or whatever. So you see, like nobody's really thinking straight except Mark right now.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah,
man,
100%. And also, we also get introduced to a new character, John Bapp, that also joined us on the venture,
yeah,
called Tech Jacket. I think personally, for me, I think she's an alright character. She all fun fact about Tech Jacket, she was there during the Invincible War,
yeah,
and she helped take out in one of the Invincibles out there in space.
right. I think she has something called a
Yeah.
Gildarian war machine on.
Yeah, so she's extremely powerful as we see, or at least forward powerful because she was able to take one of the marks out during that time.
Mhm.
And we showed that little fight sequence in this show against the Walking Dread. If you
Way
know
to go,
Robert,
Robert Kirkman.
he made the Walking Dead,
Yeah.
so that's why he named it that. But she blasts a dude like a giant beam, and he basically like kind of he passes out. But I think she could have melted him.
I mean, because first he's like, "Yeah, give me more." Then he's like, "No, no, no, no more."
Yeah,
Too much power.
Right.
that was
I'm not
funny.
gonna lie to you. I could have. Okay, I'm gonna clarify the statement. I could have done without Tech Jacket because she was trying to be humorous in like a dim-witted sort of way, and I was ramped up for a fight. I didn't really have time for all that. She's like, "Oh, is this Omni Man? Oh, should we?" You know what I mean? Like when she first sees Omni Man, I didn't have time for hijinks at that moment. I really didn't. I'm glad Alan's like humor was sort of like repressed a little bit. He wasn't, full Alan the alien in this episode. But yeah, I didn't. Yeah. But it is what it is. As far as her power goes, I didn't have a problem with her, having that powerful suit or being in the fight. But all that other humor, I couldn't have done with any humor in this episode. I was good on humor.
Yeah.
So go ahead, Jay.
Also, she was her character was gender swapped. And it was a moment that uh, Tech Jacket had with Oliver. So I don't know if they gender swapped her to set that up, but she was originally a character called Zach Thomas, and now she's Zoe.
Zoe Thomas.
Yeah. So
Okay, I don't have a problem with that. They
yeah,
do that
yeah,
all the
yeah,
time, or whatever.
yeah,
I know they ethnic swapped Amber, like they made her black. She's a Zazie Beats voiced her,
yeah,
but she's white in the comics. But I don't have a problem with that.
yeah, yeah.
All right, so it's a 2 week trip to Thalescria, which, as I said, is the home planet of the coalition of planets. So I'm thinking, okay, so they're going to have these moments of bonding. We see Oliver training with Alan instead of Omni Man. All right, we see that when Oliver is in that lounge, Omni Man walks in, Oliver walks out. So they haven't made any headway on their relationship. I'm so glad they didn't show Alan and the blue girl banging. I'm so glad they didn't show that. So I said this while we were watching it. I was like, okay, we already know who I think the mole is. I said this ship will never make it to Thalescria. I said they're going to get ambushed. Lo and behold, the ship is ambushed.
Yeah.
And this is why I also say the blue girl is the mole. If the ship is in hyperspace, how could you possibly shoot it out of hyperspace? She had to sabotage that ship in order to bring it out of hyperspace in the first place.
Yeah.
I mean, hey, if you're moving that faster than the speed of light, how could you possibly see it coming, push the button in time to hit it, and then just because it's a series of explosions? I was like, wait a minute, she sabotaged the ship, and that's just how I feel about it. How y'all feel about that?
Yeah. Well, yeah. I would say right now she's definitely the number one suspect. Um, because as you said before, she's usually there when stuff goes left. So it's like I don't know who else you could blame. I don't think it's Alan, and I don't think it's Status.
Now that would be crazy if it was Alan. That would
Yeah,
be insane.
yeah, yeah, yeah. That would.
So soon as Blue Girl and the Conehead and the rest of the crew said, "All right, let's detach the bridge from the ship." They said it like in no time flat. Detach. I'm like, are you gonna stand and fight or because there's a Viltrumite cruiser there? You know, I like the way those
Yeah.
ships are shaped too. So in no time flat, they're out of there. So Mark and Alan are like, wait a minute, my dad and my brother are still back there. So they're like, I forget y'all. Zoom, bye. So then in the wreckage of the explosion, we find Oliver and we find Omni Man, and then three Viltrumites show up. One guy that looks like Dutch Mantel from wrestling, another Lucan who looks just like Steve Harvey, and lo and behold, here comes Conquest. Take it from there, Speed.
Hey, bro. Cecil, we got a problem. We got a problem. Uh, I told you to burn this body. What are we doing? You know what I mean? Like, hey, and I love that Conquest had the same pose as he did when he first showed up to Earth with the fist balled up with his
Like he had the
mechanical
Infinity
heart.
Gauntlet on or something.
Right.
Yeah, that's a cold pose, bro. I was, hey, that pose cold. You know, it just, hey, we're entering like the third act of this episode. It's full swing, going at 100 miles per hour. Mark is like, what's going on here? I thought I killed this dude.
Hmm.
Um, Oliver's also confused as well. Oliver's ready to go too. I appreciate that. Oliver's also ready to go. He don't got that much combat experience though, but he's always ready for war. He's always ready to charge. And they brawl it out. It's three Viltrumites from the Empire, and then you got Omni Man, you got Mark, Oliver, Alan, and Tech Jacket.
Yep.
So they all try to brawl this out in the middle of space. You know what I mean? And it's a really good fight sequence. I really love it. It gets
Yes.
very intense. You see the dynamic between a couple of the characters. And yeah, go ahead, Jay.
Yeah. It was pretty much on site between Mark and Conquest.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that was round two on that fight from the beginning. But the thing about this fight is that it was Oliver's first fight against Viltrumites, I believe.
Yeah. Other
Well,
than
well, well,
Conquest.
well, well, yeah, yeah, yeah. It was his first fight against a
Yeah.
group of
Yeah,
Viltrumites.
to this extent.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
So he was kind of lost in the sauce, so to say.
And I don't
Uh,
remember, was it Lucan or Conquest that was about to chop Oliver in half, and then Omni Man came in for the save?
Lucan about
yeah, it was Lucan. Yeah, he had made that
charging up.
he had made that nice chop. Man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what that hand mean. You know what that hand mean.
Yo, that had a signature in this show. This is all or nothing every time they make that
Oh
hand
my!
shape like that. That's their number one move.
Yeah, he was about to catch a hot one in space, and then
Yeah.
it was Omni-Man that saved him, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
And what did Oliver say?
Uh, uh, it was something like what, like it was like thanks, Father, or something.
No, he's like, I don't need any of your help.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, but yeah, yeah, yeah. He said that, and then like moments later, Omni was like he asked him if he needs to breathe.
Yes, yes.
And then it was like a barren planet that they were close to. He was like, you could go there, catch your breath. And then after Unman said that he like uppercutted Conquest or something like that, or somebody uppercutted him, and then he was like falling back. But as Conquest was falling back, he seen Oliver going on there to that planet, and then he locked
Mark.
eyes.
Yeah.
Oh
And
my
then
god. I wish I had
eh,
that picture.
yeah.
Yo.
So
Uh,
then Oliver's on his way to the planet, and and they did like a jump scare. It was
Yeah.
like, woof.
It's like an anime panel.
Yeah,
right. That's like one of the anime flash steps where the enemy
and
just comes out of nowhere.
then this man Conquest just popped up out of nowhere right behind him, about to knife chop him,
Hmm.
and then Mark came in for the save, and then they started fighting. Uh,
Mark said something
I
important though.
Yeah,
yeah
he made an
yeah
important line.
it was I think it was in space. Conquest was like I'm gonna taste Eve's blood again or something like
Uh-huh.
that.
Hmm.
Yeah, and then when Mark cut him off on the planet, he was like, this is the last time you're gonna breathe again.
Right. You're never
Yeah.
gonna breathe
Right.
again.
and then and then he literally had two hands around his neck, and then the whole time Conquest was trying to get his as big as Conquest is, he couldn't get free
Yeah,
from Mark's grip.
he's
Yeah,
giving him body shots, running through like little hills, trying to get him off.
he was he's dragged him into like a freaking star shape, a pentagram shape. Speaking of hell, he dragged him in a pentagram shape.
But
Uh,
Mark did not let go of that
yeah,
chokehold.
he did not let go. You seen Conquest turning purple. He did not let go. He meant that, but then you could take this part over speak. It was pretty nasty, but Conquest did. He went out fighting, but Mark did not let go.
Oh yeah. Hey, I'm gonna let. Hey, John. This is one of the most craziest parts of what happened. John Bap. One of the craziest parts of the app.
Okay. So Mark finally gets Conquest on the ground. All right. No, no, was he on the ground?
Now he was standing up.
No, no, they were
Yeah,
still. Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
because he
yeah,
planted his foot, right? Because
yeah,
Conquest
yeah.
planted his foot, formed that deadly Viltrumite knife hand, and now you know how big he is proportionately to Mark. You know how big Omni Man. I mean not Omni Man,
Yeah.
but how big Conquest is. He take that knife hand, that killer V hand, and punctures Mark's body with that hand. So now his forearm is sticking out of Mark's back, and you literally see Mark Grayson's intestines piling out of his body. You, you talk about grotesque. You talk about graphic, and it's almost like his intestines didn't end. I was like, wait, there's
Yeah.
more.
Right.
I'm like, wait, what are you still pulling on? But Mark never relinquished the hold on Omni Man's throat. I mean, Conquest throat. My bad, guys. He never relinquished. Conquest's face is turning blue. You see like blood building up in his right eye. Well, the good eye. But he's desperate to get out of that hole. But Mark is not relenting at all. He's pulling on intestines, guts, everything else that's in there. And finally, Conquest's good eye rolls up in the back of his head. Yeah, like Mark is like spewing out blood in the process, but he showed so much resilience, and it wasn't even as though this was like a rage killing. It's almost like he was composed doing this. Like even when he told him, he said, "You're never going to breathe again." He wasn't screaming like he was in the first season. When they were fighting battle beasts in the penthouse, where he like kind of lost it a little bit. He's
Yeah.
like, "You guys don't know what you're effing with." Well, in this one, he's just like, "You're never going to breathe again." So it really did show a lot of maturity, like in my opinion. What y'all think about that?
Yeah. This what I love. This show does it so well, right? And it's another highlight of them doing it again and again, right? Um, like Mark says, you're never gonna breathe again. He's holding on forever, and you feel bad for Mark because he's just taking hit after hit after hit, right? But he's his determination, because you got to remember, we forgot this, right? We got to go back for a second.
Uh-huh.
Eve and Mark are in bed, right? They're about to go to bed, and because she was gonna tell him, but then she changed her mind again, right?
Yeah.
But she did say, "Don't die,"
Those were
right?
the wrong two words though.
Yeah.
The two words should
Yeah.
have been I'm pregnant.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I get why she don't want to say that, right? Given how
Yeah.
Mark is, but at the same time, since she says that, I think that was also running through his mind on him during this, him choking out Conquest,
Oh
right?
yeah.
Like no matter how, like no matter what he's doing right now, I have to take him out. Don't
Right, right,
die,
right. Because when Conquest
right?
showed up, he said it was actually more of your magic girlfriend. And then that's when
Right.
he hit him with the line. He said, "I can't wait to taste her blood again for us," or whatever. So yeah, I agree
Yeah.
with you.
Right, and he's fight, and I also think one thing about this fight is Mark is kind of more brutal in a sense. He's determined, right? He's I can't fight this man just with brute strength alone, because the older Viltrumites get, the stronger they get, right? So
Right.
Conquest is just strong. He can't go blow for blow, but I'm definitely gonna choke this arrow, and that's exactly the plan that he had to do, and it worked. And also, I think Conquest got scared because at one point, do you remember Mark bit off Conquest's thumb?
Yeah,
And,
yeah.
and he sees in Mark's eyes, he's not shaking. He's not moving. and that was made the desperate attempt of punching a hole through his body, and that has made Conquest even more scared. He getting desperate, trying to rip out intestines, and nothing's working for this man. And this is a highlight moment for Mark because no matter what was happening, I think this is one of the most brutal things that ever happened to him, and he didn't give up 1 ounce. He
but
choked him out completely.
but to Mark's credit and to my point, he wasn't talking to Conquest.
Yeah.
Mm.
Like remember when he was like bludgeoning Angstrom Levy to death in the finale? He's like, "You're not."
Yeah,
This one, he said nothing to Conquest. He
right.
was just all about business. So that's why I really do feel like Mark was in control here. I don't think he lost his temper. Like even though he's like he has blood all over his face, spitting out his own blood or whatever. I really think that this was more determination than like rage induced. To be honest.
Right. Yeah. 100. And then also just the voice acting is really good. Stephen Yoon did an amazing job with the sound effects of him sounding like he's getting gutted. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, he had
Things just,
experience in Walking
yeah,
Dead.
yeah. It's like the sound effects
Maggie,
of him.
I'll
Yeah,
find you. No.
Oh my god.
yeah, him sounding like he's dying and all that stuff together because during these scenes they add no music, no nothing. They just add the sound effects of guts flying everywhere and the grunting and the pain, right? So this is a really good scene of that. And this scene lasted long. Like Conquest was just there pulling on the intestines forever. It's like
Oh,
get this dude die out.
yeah,
Like
and
how long will this
and
take?
and Conquest's neck was huge, just like the size of Mark's waist almost.
Yes. It's like he just kept pulling and pulling and pulling. I'm like,
And
Mark, just hang in there for like 5 more seconds. You're good.
right, even when like Conquest's eye went up in his head, I was still like, "Hold on, Mark, hold on to his neck." But during the fight, though, I do also appreciate there was another callback because Conquest got both hands around the sides of Oliver's head. And then
Yeah.
Oliver was like punching him, and that was a callback to when Omni Man killed Red Rush because Red Rush was like, doing those rapid punches, trying to punch Omni Man off of him. So I do appreciate the attention to detail, but I was a little nervous, guys, because I was like, I hope Omni Man and Oliver don't try to talk Mark out of killing this dude. I did
Yeah.
not want them to find him at all.
Oh yeah. Yeah. They came there late. So hey, we was good.
I mean, hey, by the time they arrived, though, Mark was in a bad way. Like he's like,
Yeah.
help, like
Terrible. He
and
got 5 HP.
And you know what is so good about this? And of course, Tech Jacket and Alan survived. They're chased by Steve Harvey and other Viltrumite. And I think Tech Jacket expanded her suit or
Mm-hmm.
whatever. And
Yeah.
Alan was like hiding inside, which, okay, I guess I get a better view of it next episode. So that's just to conclude that part. But going back to the battle, wait, where was I going? I can't remember where I was going.
Yeah, where you was scared that they was gonna
Oh, yeah,
they was
yeah,
gonna
yeah.
stop Mark.
Yes, because I didn't want to hear any of that baloney. I don't want you to be like dad, or I didn't want Oliver to go, no, stop. No, no, kill this bull. Kill him. But Speed, to show you how great this story is written, we were having a discussion after we watched it. And Jada God was like, how is he going to survive this? And see, when you're able to plant that kind of doubt in the survival of the titular character, that means your writing is so on point. That means we are buying what we're seeing. So I definitely don't begrudge
Mm-hmm.
Jada God for saying like, yeah, but his guts are falling out. How's it like that's how good the writing is. Y'all can take it.
Yeah, it's believable. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I feel you. Yeah, Jay, what you think, man?
Yeah, he might not have guts, but Mark definitely got heart.
That was funny.
Yeah, that was crazy.
I mean,
But
because
yeah, but yeah. I was talking to Keon because he was like, Mark always comes like if he gets effed up or whatever, he comes back to life. But those other times he had like Cecil or whatever to at least look over him. This time, all of them are on like a barren planet, and I don't even know like the distance because they went into hyperspace at least for like an hour. So it too far away from Earth. So it was like I don't know where he would go next to get patched up.
But see, what I love about it, Jay, is that you are so emotionally invested that you're just not just summarily dismissing it to, oh yeah, he'll regenerate.
Yeah, Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
Like you have such an emotional investment in this. All right, continue.
But yeah, it was just it was a graphic scene. Just seeing that, but it was nice to see that he was still able to push through the pain to finish the job. Um, yeah, that was pretty much it.
Okay, so what's your grade for this episode, Jay?
Oh, this is an A plus. The from beginning to end, the dialogue was fire. The action was good too. Um, I remember you saying this was like Game of Thrones because anybody could die. In like an episode like this, it definitely serves well because it had you on the edge of your seat.
Hmm.
Um, it was a lot of suspense. I think Oliver should have died like 4 times for saving him. Uh, um, but yeah, ultimately it was Mark that. Well, he didn't die yet. He was still he was clinging on to life.
Yep.
I have a theory that Mark might go to he might go to
Oh
hell
Lord.
since they interject episode 4. But if he doesn't, I don't know.
I guess he
Uh,
got. I guess he got some pull with the proprietors of hell.
yeah, yeah. I think since he helped Satan, he should at least have like a get out of jail free card one time at least.
Oh, did you wait? Did you ever see that DC animated movie where the guy had a get out of hell free card?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
yeah,
Is it-
I think that was Hell to Pay. I think that was the name of it. Hell
yeah,
to Pay.
yeah.
All right, Speed.
Uh,
What's your grade and final remarks for this episode?
Hey, it's an A plus for me. From beginning to end, it's been really good. I think they paced this episode very well. They answered all the questions we really needed answered, especially with certain dynamics with Debbie and Nolan. So they haven't seen each other in a long time, and that was one thing like I analyzed. Like they really answered everything I needed. They didn't leave anything out with that dialogue.
Hmm.
Also, one thing we forgot real quick, John Bapp, right?
Oh yeah, we forgot an
His
important dialogue scene.
Yes, with Nolan. We can touch on this real quick, right? It's with Nolan and Art. Do you want to go
Yes.
over that real quick?
yeah, yeah,
Oh yes. So Art is like closing up the shop or whatever, and then he looks in the mirror behind him, Omni Man's reflection. And this is also reminiscent of the first season when he knew that Omni Man killed the Guardians of the Globe, but instead, they're kind of exchanging like stern looks. And then he just raised the bottle of beer, and he's like, "For old time's sake." And then Art and him are like once again on top of the. I think that's a tailor shop that they sit on top of in those lounge chairs or whatever.
Yes.
yeah,
They're like shooting the breeze or whatever. So they're talking about Paul, who's Debbie's new guy, and Omni Man was like, I remember him not being that extraordinary, So he sounded like he's a little miffed, about Paul because she's at work with him when she was still married to Omni Man apparently, and when I think it's when they're about to leave because Art said, "Yeah, I got to clean up some things or something for tomorrow." That first he criticized the outfit that Nolan had on. He's like, "Where did you get this thing from?" Mark Hamill doing that voice.
yeah,
And so at the end of their conversation, Nolan says, maybe you can, give me some better, a better fit or whatever. And Art was like, yeah, Nolan, I closed out your account. And Omni Man was like, wait, was this because I didn't pay? Or whatever, which is, I thought was kind of a funny line. He said, no, it's not that. He said, I dress heroes, Nolan. That was such a great line. Like the
yeah,
way he stood on business, facing down somebody that could just like breathe on him and probably kill him. And you could see Omni Man was wounded by that remark because I pointed this out at a different review we did, but Nolan kind of said the same thing to everybody he apologized to. He told Mark, he said, I'm sorry for both you and Oliver. He said, I'm going to spend the rest of my time trying to repair the damage. He said it to Debbie too. He said, I know I did you wrong. He said, I'm trying to repair the damage. And he even said the same thing to Art. He said, yes, I know I did wrong, but I'm going to spend the rest of, the same thing. But Art wasn't buying it. He was like, I only dress heroes, Nolan. So then you could see it really hurt Omni Man, and Omni Man flew off. And then Art started hyperventilating. Now we can say maybe he was afraid Omni Man would kill him, But I think these people still love Omni Man. Like Debbie still loves Omni Man. Art still loves Omni Man. So maybe the fact that he had to say that to Omni Man is why he started hyperventilating because he is kind of an old guy too, though. So, I mean, what are your thoughts on that conversation?
Yeah, that was it was a strong scene because Omni Man not really used to being told no, right? So
Right.
this is the second time that he's been told no, and especially from like I they have been friends for a while, right? Ever since Omni Man beginning into the hero gig on Earth, and I'm glad to see their bond. And this is one conversation, John, that I didn't even think about when
Yeah.
Nolan got back to Earth. Like I didn't even think about them talking,
Yeah, I
but
forgot
I'm
to.
glad the show did it. I'm glad they brought it to my attention again. And I appreciate what Art did by telling him how he really feels about like he can't really get him a suit. He only does heroes. And I'm glad that Nolan he was hurt, but he understood. He was like, oh, okay, you know what I mean. He sounded hurt, but he understood. You know what I mean? He's like, I'll see you later, and then he just flew off. You know, and I think that had real guts for Art to say, especially since you haven't seen him in forever. And the last thing you heard about him doing was basically killing like thousands of people.
Jay,
You know,
he's talking about guts in this episode. No, I'm
Yeah.
go ahead, speak.
yeah, yeah, right. It's just I give him a lot of credit for that. It was another great scene. Like I said, this episode has, like I said before, it's an A+ scene, but I just remember this, and it's an A+ episode because of dynamics like this and dialogue like this throughout the whole show, or it's the whole episode that really makes it A+ for me.
All right, so I would definitely want to highlight the best part, of course, is him and Debbie. You know, not fighting, but this is Omni Man talking to Debbie. I love the conversation with Omni Man and Art.
Hmm.
This is supreme level writing. Like the way this episode is like paced, I almost could have done without an action sequence. Like the action sequence that was put at the end of this episode was top tier, but it didn't feel forced. It sort of blended sort of seamlessly. Do you know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
most of the episode is about Omni Man on his apology tour on planet Earth. But as far as a cartoon goes, that's what this is. It's a cartoon. This is a S tier episode. I don't throw out S's easily. I don't throw them out haphazardly. But I have not seen many cartoons with dialogue that means this much and action that means this much. So this season has two S tier episodes. Episode 2 and this episode. This is an S tier episode, in my opinion.
Yeah. Yeah. This is like Avatar
Yeah, I can see
level,
that.
Avatar Last Airbender, like cartoons.
I mean,
Yeah,
I haven't seen many episodes that can do this speed. I mean,
I agree.
series. My bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really strong. And like I said, this season has been really good. And like we said before, it's a top contender for rivaling season one at this pace that it's going at. And I can't wait to see how this season wraps itself up. And I can't wait for next week. I'll be here Wednesday ready.
All right, now
I, need, I, need, I
do we
need to
have
see how
a
Mark come
title?
back.
Do we have a title for this episode?
Yep. And it's the perfect title called Give Us a Moment.
Oh, give us
Yeah.
a moment. Okay. And
That's what I
see,
needed.
episode 4 was called Herm, which is something that Damien Darkblood usually grunts like Herm or whatever. So great episodes, great season. Again, the only drawback is the whole hell stuff because I hate when people try to make things that are evil good or misunderstood.
Yeah.
Like
Well,
I said
well,
that,
well, well. To the credit of episode 4, in the after credit scene, it pretty much showed that he was still like on some trickster stuff because he was like I should probably come to Earth and see what everyone see what Volcanico was talking about.
yeah,
Uh,
exactly.
Talking about conquering Earth. So yeah, he's still evil. It was just them portraying from their POV.
Yeah, because I'm just not a fan of that. Like I hate that.
Yeah.
I hate it when the writers of Game of Thrones tried to make us feel sorry for Joffrey dying. They're like, well, this
Yeah,
is
yeah.
still a. They're like, this is still a mother losing her child. I said, this is a demon. I said, good riddance, Joffrey. Like I just hate when people do that or whatever. But anyway, we're gonna try to wrap this up. Any final thoughts from you guys because we are over the hour mark.
Just hey, keep it up, man. It's Keep it up, Robert Kirkman. You're doing a good job with these episodes so far. Even though that hell stuff going on, but I'm really excited to see where this goes. Great IP. You know what I mean? Hey, Invincible, you got it, bro. W win. Hey, people can now get off Mark saying he don't win his fights. Free as you talking about. He took down Conquest, one of the big bads out here. Cause they be hating on Mark, bro. But now he choked the brother smooth out like it was nothing. W Mark, bro, legend.
Jay.
Yeah. This is a top tier episode for sure. Just just excited to see how they finish out this season. Is if we get a strong finish, it will definitely be a top tier season easily.
Hey, we still got to see Thrag come to Earth
Yeah,
or
yeah,
come
yeah.
halfway.
Oh my goodness,
We
right?
haven't even met Thrag yet.
Lord.
We only got 3 episodes left. I have a feeling that this season is going to end on a cliffhanger.
Yeah,
I think
it's
Mark and
about to be a mean
Oliver.
cliffhanger.
I don't know if Mark and Oliver are going to try to stop Thetis from using the Scourge virus. I don't know if Grand Regent Thrag is going to kidnap either Oliver or Mark, and then they're going to have to launch another kind of offensive just to get Mark or Oliver back. But I feel like this season is going to end on a cliffhanger, and I'm not mad about that. But Invincible is the best cartoon out right now. Right now, nothing is touching Invincible. This is a top 10 cartoon of all time. All
Yeah.
time. I would rather watch 10 seasons of this than any of the seasons of The Boys. Sorry to throw The Boys under the
Yeah,
bus, but
Yeah, I
I
agree.
watched the first season up to the point where this invisible dude couldn't be killed, and I was like, all right, this is trash, and I'm turning it off.
yeah.
But Invincible, Invincible is almost invincible. Like they can do wrong, but they can't really do real wrong. So I'm expecting the close on this season to be of epic, cataclysmic proportions. There's Queens, New York in the background, sirens, all kind of chaos going on. But no, I'm playing. I heard a sound, Jay. Sorry, but
Sorry.
it's all good. You probably just killed somebody in Resident Evil. But anyway, it was great talking with you guys. Can't wait to rendezvous with you guys again next week for Invincible season 4, episode 6. I don't know what the name of it is, but I'm gonna have a great time. I'm gonna bring popcorn the next time. This is gonna be fire from here on out. Peace from the Tri-State Boys. We'll catch y'all next week. Yes, I'm sure I want to end it.